Hello, I'm Markus Wesaw. This presentation has been designed as part of the proposal process for safety training. Employers these days have a very difficult challenge in balancing safety training with all the new regulatory requirements out there with operational demands. Getting people into the classroom and focus on safety training can often be a very difficult and demanding thing for any management team to deal with. And so this presentation is geared towards solving that problem with easy training that is customized to each individual company and can be done on a self-paced basis for each employee. I'd like to start off by showing you how each presentation works. Every presentation is going to be geared towards a specific topic or module. For example, we may go to an electrical safety awareness course and go through all the course objectives in the beginning. That way each participant of the course knows exactly what the expectations are and what they're going to be required to know upon completion of the course. So here we have three module objectives as an example of how this might be presented in another particular course. Moving forward, each course is going to have photographs and just bullet points that I, as an OSHA authorized instructor, would highlight the important components of what each individual needs to know. One important aspect that you should know about with regard to these trainings is that OSHA regulations and standards are not presented unless the course is designed for such an endeavor, but rather the focus is to enlighten each particular employee on the principles of hazard recognition and reporting. And so what this does is it helps strengthen the employer-employee relationship through the reporting process. That is, an employee may be able to recognize a particular hazard in the workplace, report that hazard so that the hazard can be abated. In this particular example, you see a set of stairs that are bent and damaged, and each training module will have many photographs of different hazards and OSHA violations that are common with respect to the topic at hand. Next is an example of the global harmonization pictograms that are outlined in the new hazard communication standard that's required. And as you can tell, each individual pictogram is shown here as a way for the course participant to visually see them and then couple this information with what's presented. And so that brings me to my next major point with regard to this type of training, is that there's first going to be the presentation that you see here, and it's going to cover the objectives that we started with in the beginning. Second, there's going to be some handouts and course materials for each module. So in this particular case, we see that we introduce the participant to the global harmonization system pictograms, and then we might also reference the handout that can be printed out or saved as a PDF, for example, on a computer for reference later. The final component of this training proposal is that we also finalize the training for each module with a quiz. So the quiz is usually multiple choice or matching, and if they follow along with the videos and they look at some of the course handouts, the test or quiz should be pretty easy. And we want to have the quiz just to gauge proficiency and to have something on file that said, hey, this individual did go through a more formal course, even though it was self-paced, and here's their passing score. Typically what I like to do is set the standard at 70% for the pass rate. And what this does is we have that 7-0 good to go kind of mentality, but if people are able to get 70% of the course material, typically we see a significant increase in hazard reporting and mitigation of hazards in the workplace. And so that's kind of the three-tiered setup that we would do. So again, that's going through each individual module online, which ranges from about 5 to 10 minutes each. Secondly, we give each course participant handouts that are relevant to the topic. And finally, we ask the participant to take a quiz to reinforce the information that they learned, and we put that all together. And then later on, those course handouts also serve as a great reference for review in the future. And if we need to, if we have several topics that we're covering, for example, let's say we're talking about a need for global harmonization system, the new HAZCOM standard, or hazard communication, electrical safety awareness, and confined space safety awareness, what we might do for a particular company is to combine all those modules for the test specifically into one single test. So they go through all the module presentations, they look at all the handouts for each module at their own pace, and then when they think that they're ready for the quiz, then they take the quiz. And the last component to this system is a course certificate. So what I'm going to do as an instructor in this type of online media and presentation style or format is, once the quiz has been successfully passed, course certificates will be issued for the particular module or modules. Sometimes we call that an annual safety review if we have a great deal of different modules to get through. Other times, if we just have one module or one training topic, we'll go through that individual training topic, and then the course certificate of completion will be just a single course completion certificate. So all in all, the other great thing about this kind of system is that students can feel free to contact me. There's my direct line at the 800 number we have here at MW Consulting, and my extension is 500. And so each participant, if they have a question about anything in the material, they're dealing with the exact person that wrote the material and will be their course instructor throughout the period of time. If for some reason I'm in the classroom or doing a field visit or something of that nature, someone in the office might take a message and I'll get back to that individual and answer their question as soon as possible. Or another easy way is my email address is here, and each participant can email me anytime. And typically I try to get back to all emails within 24 hours, and so there's not a big disconnect between me getting back to a participant if they do have a question. And so that kind of completes the idea of what I wanted to present for this training proposal. If you have any questions about it, feel free to contact me at the number you see above, and we can go from there. And please remember that we can get as creative with these presentations as we need to be. For example, we can do a wide array of safety trainings. We could do corporate policies if you have standards that you'd like enforced that go above and beyond OSHA regulations, or anything else. We just have to talk about it and figure out the best way to present that material. And the other issue is whether or not you'd like to proceed or have any questions. Feel free to call me and we can discuss it. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I think that this method really works. It's shown to be successful with other companies as well. And so I look forward to hearing from you, and we can discuss this in more depth if need be. Thank you for listening to this proposal, and have a great day.